Hello, beautiful mama. So I am so excited to be here with you all today because last week I made a huge snafu, a little hiccup. I was supposed to pre-record my lives, but I've been doing so much trying to restructure everything for you all for the business to make sure that I am showing up for you all in ways that actually matter for you, okay? So, first off, today is episode 61, and we're 61 episodes in because there are so many things that we have to make sure that we are doing to make sure that we are okay, right? So that we can actually show up for ourselves so that we can show up for our family. Because if you're not showing up for yourself, then you're probably not showing up very well, or at least at the maximum capacity that you could for your family. So, no, I'm not saying be perfect, but I'm saying show up in a better way for yourself so that you can show up better for your family. So, today is something we want to talk about because, first off, as moms, we normally put our hopes and dreams to the back burner for our families. But today, the title is New Beginnings: How to Harness Change for Personal Growth. Because personal growth is how any kind of positive change is going to happen for you. Now, I will say this: a lot of us are afraid of change, and change is like it feels scary because it's different, and people think that positive change is the only change that you want. But honestly, sometimes there are things that don't feel very positive that helps us get to that positive change, which is what we want for their personal growth. And here's the problem, which is what I just said. The problem is feeling stuck or afraid of change. But the opportunity here is to see change as a growth opportunity. That's it. So if you can see change as a way of being of growing, then that's how you're going to grow. But if you're stuck in problem mode where you're just feeling stuck and afraid of change, then you're going to be there. Where you are is where you will be. And you don't have to be there. You can move. I'm hoping that you will take the next step with me and just do it afraid, because there have been times, and I tell people all the time, just do it. Do it scared. Do it afraid. Do it anxious. Do it however it is that you do it, but do it, because if you stay where you are, that's where you will be. So here's a note that I have for you all, because I tell people this all the time, and I've had to do this. Like, the thing we have to do is focus on reframing that fear, like reframing the fear of change into excitement about personal development and new possibilities. For example, I was afraid to start business this way. I'm going to be really honest, because I come from a regular old 9 to 5 way of working. I was a teacher, and I loved what I did. I may not have loved all the politics behind what I did, but of course, I love what I did. And having to come this way was as a result of health, which is totally fine. But the thing is, I decided, okay, I'm just going to do it. It's kind of different, but there's still some things in here that I know how to do. Plus, you have to teach an old dog new tricks. I totally believe that you should always be learning. So I told myself, I'm just going to learn something new about myself, because when you start changing, that's when you start learning new things about yourself, which is how you truly grow. So reframe what you're doing into something that's going to help you think, okay, this is probably going to work out for me. What if it works out? So the solution I have for you today, and I've had this solution before, but of course the words are going to be different for the acronym this time. And the solution is grow. And this is so important, mamas. The G, gratitude for the past. Oftentimes we think of our past and we're thinking, oh my gosh, it was just horrible. I don't want to go back through it. But sometimes we have to look at it and think, oh my gosh, I'm grateful for who it has created me to be today. I'm grateful that it wasn't as worse as it could have been. I'm grateful that I am learning, I am growing. Like, there are things that we have gotten from our past that actually helps us. Okay. So keep that in mind. So with the R, readiness for the present. So many of us, and I hate this, what we do is we live either in the past or for the future. But honestly, we have to live in the present. Be ready for the now. Just be ready for now. Expect great things in the now. Be ready for now, because now is the present. Now is the gift. Okay. And this is the only time that you can truly live for. You can prepare for the future. Yes. and you can learn things from the past, or you can sit there and wallow in it. It's totally up to you. It's your decision. But I want you to be ready for the present. And with the O, one of my favorites, open mindedness for el futuro, for the future. So when you are ready for the future, you have to be living in the present. I mean, you can't do the future without the present. It's impossible. So live for the now, and then the now there are small steps that we're supposed to be making for the future, because whatever we're doing now is going to affect our future. So instead of looking at the future as future, look at the future as the now. What am I doing now? Because what I'm doing now is going to actually affect my future more than we really realize, okay? Because first things first, I always say this, results don't lie. Like whatever fruit comes from a tree, it will tell you what kind of tree it is. If there are apples growing off the apple tree, then it's an apple tree. If there are oranges, it's an orange tree. I can't tell you that my apple tree is an orange tree because you clearly see the apples coming off. So what we do in the present will show up in our future. The results will not lie. If you plant apples, apples are going to come off that tree. But if you keep saying you want oranges, but you keep planting apples, you're going to get what's coming off. Okay. So what I want you to do is literally plan for your present moments. Like do something different today. Do something that you never thought you would do. And oh my gosh, this one, be willing, be ready, be the willingness, you all, to evolve is something that's crazy, because pretty much everything that you want, I believe, wants you. And I say that with confidence, and I say it with confidence because what's there is there for you. But in a lot of cases, we have to be a certain person in order to receive that. No, I'm not saying that you have to be a whole nother person, but you have to evolve into that person that can actually receive that and retain it. Okay, because there's some things that if I would have gotten at a younger age, I wouldn't have been able to retain it. I wouldn't have been able to really appreciate it and accept it. So be willing to evolve, because if you're just okay with being who you are now, then you're not truly getting the full spectrum or the full picture of who you truly are. And that's one of my big things, is about knowing who you are. So today's freebie, the resource for this month is one of my favorites is Seasons of Change, because this month we're talking about changing, evolving, developing, which is so important. And this Seasons of Change is going to give you exactly what you need to get started to make some positive changes happen in your life. So, what I would like to do is invite you to go and check that out for me, okay? So I always like to at least show you all what that looks like. So what I'm gonna do right quick, if you still have a little time, stay with me. If not, I totally understand. Just do me a favor, share this up, like this for me, so that it would give me a reason to keep coming out and sharing these things with you all. Okay. So what I'm gonna do right quick is I am going to share this with you all. Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to share Seasons of Change with y'all. So, this is Seasons of Change, a mom's guide to embracing new opportunities. So, technically, anyone can use this, but I specifically tailor this to moms because I know that things are a little bit different for us. And this is pretty much a practical resource for personal growth, career change, family harmony, all those things. And even if you don't want to change your career, at least leveling up in your career. Okay. So, I think this is so important because if you don't have any practical resources or practical ways to do it, then it makes it harder, right? So this guy is just for you, and I kind of open up and tell you a little bit about it, why we're doing this, why you should do this, and then we get right into it. So on each one, so technically you could do each part a day at a time, and there is an affirmation on here from well-known people. So this first one, talks about change is inevitable, but growth is intentional. And you all, this is so true. Like, if you really want your change to be worth something, then you have to intentionally decide, I want to grow. Because change is going to happen whether you want it to happen or not. but growth is intentional. And John C. Maxwell said that. And so I look at the problem, I give you a problem here, and then I give you strategies to fix that problem. So many of us fear change, especially when it disrupts our routines or requires us to step out of our comfort zone. But I give you all some strategies right here. Shift your mindset, embrace change, break it down, set a growth mindset goal. And then you have a reflection prompt as well, right here. And then the next one, growing strong, you have another affirmation. You don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step, take it afraid. And that's from MLKJ, Martin Luther King Jr. And the problem here is that busy moms struggle to prioritize personal growth amidst the demands of family life because family life is so demanding. And I give you some more strategies from people who have actually done these things. And it's funny because I use these things, I use these strategies. So that's why I'm able to share them with you. And you can actually go back and look these things up on your own if you like. But the beautiful thing is, because I know some things about them, I was able to put these in here for you. All right. And there are more. I won't give you all of them, but you can see that all of those things are here. They're all here. So when you are ready, mama, I want you to go to theunprofessionalmom.com/seasons of change. Get that so that you can start getting that change, the change that you need started right now. Okay. So in the meantime, I love you to life, and I want to see you grow. I want to see you grow. And that's why I can confidently say I love you to life, because sometimes too many people love us to death. They love us in a way that doesn't seem to help us grow. It doesn't seem to bring to shine light in our lives. I'm here to shine the light in your life because I know it's draining with kids. I know it can be draining. So I love you to life. Have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful week. And don't forget, I am here. Drop me a comment, send me a message in Messenger, send me an email. And if you actually download my freebie, you will have access to my email, and you could actually send me emails to that email address. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, and I will see you lovely ladies next time.